Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to the Owlery. Today I'm going to be giving you my February TBR. I got way behind on review books and library books in January because of all the Young Adult Book Awards things going on. I am going to have an update about the Young Adult Book Awards coming on in a couple of days, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I've got a lot of books that I want to read in February. I read 15 books in January and that made me super proud, so I think that I can swing it. Let's go ahead and get started. The first book that I need to read this month is Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall, and this is about a girl whose father dies, and when she's out hunting one day, she comes face to face with her father's killer, but not everything is what it seems, and as it always is with young adult books. And this one is our Once Upon a Read Along book of the month that Chloe and I do. Every month we pick a book, and then at the end of the month we talk about it in a live show. And we love to read along with you guys. Definitely participate with us if you would like to. The live show for this book, it was our January book of the month, so our live show is going to be February 9th. Usually we have it the first Sunday of the next month, so if it's a January book of the month, then it's the first Sunday of February. But the first Sunday of February this month, I guess, is Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't follow football. So we moved it to February 9th, which I think is a Thursday, and it's going to be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely read Ever the Hunted if you have it on you and participate in the live show. If you haven't read it, though, the first 5 minutes of our live show is always spoiler-free, and we kind of give our thoughts about the book. So come and join us that night so we can talk about this book. And our February book of the month is Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. So we are reading that this month, and our live show for that is going to be the first Sunday in March. I don't remember the date. I'll put it here. It's at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. Really excited about this one. This is a graphic novel adaptation or a separate story for the Lunar Chronicle series about Echo, who is like a side character in the Lunar Chronicle series. She is an android robot, and she's probably one of my favorite characters in the series. So I'm really excited to read this and find out what it's all about. Been highly anticipating this for a while. I cannot wait. Then I'll be reading Maid of the King's Court by Lucy Worsley. I don't think I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. I apologize. But this is a young adult historical fiction that is set in the Tudor era England in the court of King Henry VIII. And so I'm really excited. This is my favorite era of British history, and I just really like this time period. The Tudor family itself just really interests me, and I just love every book about this time and about this time in England. And when I first started getting into reading, everything that I read was historical fiction from this era, and I'm just obsessed with it. I'm really excited to find a young adult historical fiction that is set in the court of King Henry VIII, and I just cannot wait to read this. Then I want to read Roseblood by A.G. Howard. I got this from Netgalley as an e-arc, and this is a retelling of The Phantom of the Opera. And I read A.G. Howard's series for the retelling for Alice in Wonderland, and the first book was really good, but the second and third books I think just took Wonderland to an extreme that I wasn't happy with. It's really hard to retell Wonderland because of how out there it is and without taking it too far. So I am interested to see if she has done a better job with this Phantom of the Opera retelling. I know a lot of people were really excited about this story and then were disappointed when they read it, but it is a review book, so I do have to read it and get a review out there for it. But I am a little nervous because I'm not a huge fan of Phantom of the Opera, and people were telling me that the retelling wasn't the best. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Then another e-arc I got from Netgalley is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, and this is set in, it says it's a historical fiction / fantasy set in Russia and like the wilderness of Russia. And I guess our main character's mother passes away, and her father brings home a new wife from Moscow, and her stepmother is just not good and treats them very badly, but there's some kind of like magical way that she deals with her stepmother. So I'm excited for reading this. It has a 4.25 rating on Netgalley, so I have really high hopes that this is going to be a really, really good story. I've heard really great things about Bright Smoke, Cold Fire by Rosamund Hodge. I can't remember, I want to say that it was Lisa from City of YA Books recommended me that said I would like this. I'm not sure. I read one of Rosamund Hodge's books, Crimson Blood, Crimson Tide, not Crimson Tide. Is that for a football team? I don't even know. It's Crimson something. Crimson Bound? I don't remember. I read that one. It's got like the red on the cover, and I did not like it. It was too out there for me. It was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it just took the story and just made it something big and crazy and ridiculous, and I didn't like it. But I think it was Lisa that said I would really enjoy this, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give Rosamund Hunt another try. I don't think I like her storytelling or writing style at all. So I'm gonna give it another go and see if I like this. I've heard some really good things. Frostblood by Ellie Blake is about, I believe that this is a dystopian fantasy, and basically it's about a girl, and she is a Frostblood, and she's been hiding her Frostblood abilities from the Fireblood royalty, and her mother is killed trying to protect her. That is in the synopsis, so it's not a spoiler. And then some Fireblood rebels who are trying to take over the kingdom ask her to help them. So it sounds kind of like a Red Queen type feel. I am excited. I believe this is a debut novel, and it interested me enough. I really liked the cover. I like the premise. I'm really hoping that the writing style sells me on this one. I'm worried that it's going to be too close to Red Queen and other type of magical ability or special ability dystopian fantasies. Hopefully it's unique, and hopefully I enjoy it. I'm definitely going to give it a try, and I'm hoping that it's so good. I want this to be amazing, and I'm going to have low hopes going into it because I'm worried that it's going to be bad for some reason, but I'm hoping that it's going to be really, really good. The last couple of books I have on my TBR are all books that I saw a lot of my peers have on their favorite books of 2016. So I have a list of just like what everyone recommended for their favorite books of 2016, like the big ones that are young adult that I really want to read that were on my radar. And I checked out some of them from the library this month to give them a go. First one that was on everyone's favorite book list of 2016 was Salt to the Sea by Ruta Septis. This is a story set in World War II about some people who were trying to escape the Soviet Union. I think it says that in the synopsis. I don't remember, but I know that they like go on a boat to try to escape somebody in Europe during World War II, and everyone like raved about this book in their favorite books of 2016. So I need to get on the bandwagon and find out what everyone is raving about. Next is Binti. This is by, I need to look at her name to try to pronounce it. I am so sorry. This is going to be really bad. Nnedi Okorafor. I've probably completely butchered that, and I'm really sorry. This is a science fiction story with a person of color as the main character, and everyone raved about this book during the Science Fiction Fantasy Awards, and I'm just really interested in reading it. I mean, it's short. It's like less, how many pages is it? It's less than 100 pages, like 90 pages long, and everyone said that this was a really, really fantastic read. It was nominated for the short work category. I want to say that it won the short work category, but I don't remember. But I feel like it's short enough I can give it a go, and everyone really enjoyed this, and I don't think I've heard a bad thing about it, so I'm really excited to see what this is all about. I think I'll read you a little bit of the synopsis on the back really quick. So, her name is Binti, and she is the first of the Himba people to ever be offered a place at Umza University, the finest institution of higher learning in the galaxy. But to accept the offer will mean giving up her place in her family to travel between the stars among strangers who do not share her ways or respect her customs. So there's more to the synopsis, but I'll only give you that little bit. I think, I'm really excited about this, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it. Then I have Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire, and this is about a school, I believe, where children who went to magical places like Oz and Narnia and Wonderland and things like that, where they go to kind of cope with the life after they leave those places. And I thought that was really interesting. This was on a lot of people's favorite books of 2016. I'll read you like the little bit on the synopsis to give you kind of a better idea of what this is about. But it is another really short book. It's less than 200 pages, and everyone really enjoyed this last year. So it says, children have always disappeared under the right conditions, slipping through the shadows under a bed or at the back of a wardrobe, tumbling down rabbit holes and into old wells and emerging somewhere else. But magical lands have little need for used up miracle children. So yes, I'm intrigued. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to want this to be longer, but everyone really enjoyed this story, so I'm excited to get to it. And then last but not least, I have two print arcs that I got from publishers. The first one I got from Razorville, which is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston. I've heard amazing things about this on Twitter. Like, everyone is raving about this. And basically, this is about female gladiators, and I'm just really, really excited to read this story. I cannot wait. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. And last but not least is Poison's Kiss by Brianna Shields. And this is a story about Miranda, who has the ability to kill boys when she kisses them. And this is coming from Indian folklore, so I'm assuming that this is a diverse read. I do not think that it's own voices, but I'll have to double check on that. And I'm really excited. I haven't really heard much people talking about this. This went on sale this month, or in January it was already on sale, and it's from Random House, and I like the cover, and I'm excited to see where this is going, but I don't really know much about it. Alright guys, that's everything I want to read in the month of February. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are excited about reading this month. If you want to check out my most recent video, click right there. If you want to subscribe, click right here. That would make me oh so happy. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!